Coming up on today's episode, Anthony makes the girls' table and struggles to attach it to the wall. I take a cold plunge. And a mysterious eerie mist descends upon Darlington.
We just entered a horror movie. What I've done is
Morning, so I want you to always see the real side of our channel. And if you are new and this is the first video you're watching, the reason why I look like this is because I have kids and I don't have any support other than from my husband. And that is because I am from a family that do not have any respect for me. And we don't have the same views, and it's all very complicated. And I just want you to know that if you are waking up like me this morning, that this is not normal and that we are not supposed to raise kids this way. My baby's been keeping me awake for like maybe 3 or 4 nights. Anthony's doing his best, bless him, to give me some rest. She's teething, you know, just generally being a baby, keeping me awake. So yeah, I'm gonna come downstairs now and I'm gonna go and have a dip in the cold plunge pool. Yesterday, all our footage got deleted from the video that I was about to post. I couldn't produce the video because I didn't have enough space on my phone, and so I transferred some stuff to an SD card, which was a huge mistake. And it deleted all the footage. And now I have to start all over again. So that means I have to go and do another cold plunge, which I do most days anyway. And do everything all over again, show you the van all over again. So that's where we're at. I'm exhausted. He's exhausted. And the kids are wild as ever. Come on in. I'm just re-recording.
What are you doing?
That everything.
Oh, hello. What's going on?
Hello. I'm just re-recording that whole bit,
Oh,
and I'm gonna get in the cold pool. Something in it.
yeah, it should be you. Come on.
God.
On my ball.
It's over there somewhere.
Go on, go.
Oh God. Oh, you don't want to get in. You don't want to get in.
It's cold. It's very, very cold.
You don't want to get in.
It's very, very cold.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, she's bouncing.
What's the whip? Mom, I'm gonna go.
No, you're not getting in. Say, go on, Daddy, you can do it. You can do it. Just breathe.
How I feel? I feel really good.
Yeah.
It's having the showers. I find it more difficult, but I find it better for making myself stronger. And then it prepares me for this. Being able to focus on the heat of the sun on my face and just like warm the rest of my body up. It's tough, but it feels so incredible, and I'm so happy to be going through this, because when you were going through this, I was struggling to do 30 seconds, and I know it's hard. I'm speaking to the people who are like me. I know it's hard to get past that 30 seconds, that minute mark. But that's the hardest part. is getting past that, and then getting to this point where you're like, oh, I'm breathing absolutely fine. My body is calm. I'm not tense, and I'm enjoying. I'm actually
I'd love to
enjoying it.
listen to you more. I really would. Oh my god, you can actually see it.
It's like a wall of. Oh my good, what the hell? We just entered a horror movie.
Whoa. Just go nice and easy.
Yep. Right, it's something burning so I can smell it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a fire.
Yeah, it's blown across.
Oh.
Oh, it's so concentrated. We just drove through it.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not fog.
Last time we went to the Hullabaloo, Laura saw a headboard for a bed. A little bit of mould. Don't worry about it. So this is going to be the girls' table. I've cut it down to size. I'm going to sand it and then I'm going to round off the edges.
What we got?
The wrong pads.
Turn it over again. Oh, lovely. So do you fix it to the table before you...
No, that's not how I did it last time. I'm going to try this one. And this is when I realised it's like not the right size.
Ready.
And this is, I curse my parents for not making me ambidextrous. So I was hoping that this was just going to be like that one, the kitchen flip up is really secure because it's going into thick plywood. The walls are made of quite thin plywood, so I wouldn't feel comfortable that being like that, because you know the girls, they will climb up on here and break it off immediately. So I'm going to add a fold out leg as well, so that it's not going to go anywhere. Right, so that's properly strong now. Do your own video.
So lots of people have been asking what's going on with the house sale. Is it happening? Why is it taking so long? When are we moving to Bulgaria? So here are the answers. The house...
So the house sale, we're having to wait because the person is self-employed and they have to wait.
You can't have her talking over the top of you.
So with the house sale, they contacted us and said we have to wait until the end of the tax year. Well, it's because he's self-employed and he wants to wait until then so he can get a better rate on his mortgage. Like I said, I will only be a part of it if you say it correctly.
The correct way to say it is tour.
No, I'm sorry, that's not the King's English. Say it again.
Tour.
Say it properly.
Van tour.
Say it properly.
Van tour.
There we go. I'll be a part of it. Okay, so I fixed this because Laura hulked it off. And now that I've replaced the handle, I've also greased the tracks and adjusted the door. It opens and closes that. And the only problem we do have is there's a bit of a gap there, which I've got an idea of how to fix that. Right, let's come in.
Bucket.
Yeah, so like I said, there's just a bit of a gap there, but I've got an idea of how to pull that in. Right, so we've got the top lights, 2 LED strips running all the way down, and then we've got the kitchen lights for cooking, and also we've got this kick store, whatever you call it. I put another LED strip under there just to add a little extra to the van. Right, so purely for vanity, I've replaced these and I've ordered the same, these rather than in yellow, they're in white. This part here, if you remember, this was white, this was still black, but this was white and it just looked a bit rubbish basically. So I painted that black and I'm going to be painting the front cockpit and the top of the van black as well. So what I've done is I took all of the trim off because underneath you could see expanding foam, which has held it in place now.
So it's really warm in here, firstly. Also, like, I'm okay. I just have a skin thing, so and I have 2 small children who don't sleep. So we filmed this yesterday. We argued throughout the entire thing because we were both tired and the kids were being knobheads basically. So now they're watching Bluey and they have crisps. That's probably not going to happen this time. So we just want to do a little roundup of what's happening because we realise we've been really busy. Stuff's been going on the last couple of weeks. I haven't slept in about 3 years and we just want to tell you what's happening basically. So the house is still getting sold. The buyer is from Spain, so he needs to...
This was my bit.
Yeah, it was your bit. Do you want to do it?
Yeah. So, stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Look at the camera. Act normal. I don't normally. Yeah. So we're still selling the house, but we have to wait. Stop. It's so weird. We have to wait until the 5th of April, which is in like 3 days now, because the person's self-employed and he needs to do his taxes and stuff. So that was a bit annoying because we were expecting him to put his mortgage through right away. And the people that are selling the house were like, do you want us to relist it? And we were like, no, we're not going to relist the house over having to wait. It was a week when they told us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a few more days and then that'll all go through. And hopefully we'll be closer to having an end date, a closing date.
Yeah, so the other reason why we can't just cut and run and leave the UK is because we need to sort out our Visa D application, which is all thanks to Brexit. Thanks if you voted for that. We don't like that.
I think the people that voted for it probably feel the same way, realising now.
Probably now, yeah. So we have to pay €3,000 for a visa, which is fine because we have the money to invest in that for our future. But it's a lot of money and it's quite high stakes for the paperwork side of things. So we've had to apply for an acro-criminal check. That's come back. We've then sent that back away for it to be legalised, apostilled by the government.
What do you want? Oh, she's come to really fuck shit up.
Yeah. So that's the first part of the visa. We need to go to the embassy in London at some point as well. So we need to kind of just figure that out.
That's the only thing that's a little bit, you know, we're not sure about is it seems that we need to go to Bulgaria to sign paperwork and then after that point be in the UK, be in London to sign some more paperwork. So that's the only thing that we're unsure of right now is it'd be a bit much for us to go to Bulgaria to then have to come home just for paperwork. But there's possibly an option of
doing it remotely, I think.
Doing it remotely, which we're hoping we can do.
So Emily and Lee, if you're watching, thank you so much for all your help so far. It's really been just so invaluable and we're really lucky to have got to know you and everything. And Vez as well. I don't think he'll be watching because he's just working 24/7.
Yeah.
So there's that. And we're going to go to a wedding on May the 17th, which we're really excited about. We're just finalising getting rid of everything. We're selling everything, giving stuff away.
It's just so difficult and I hate doing it because in the past we have always, if we've gone travelling somewhere or Laura lived in Spain, we would just throw things away. We didn't own a lot of stuff, but we would just get rid of stuff and be light and free and leave. Whereas having kids now, and this is the longest we've ever lived in one location. We've lived here for about 4.5, 5 years.
And it's a house full of stuff.
God,
it's not like we used to have a caravan or, you know, a room.
A loft is an awful thing because you just go, I'll just stick it up there and deal with it later. Yeah. And you do that for 4 years and you get a lot of stuff that you don't need.
But it's also good because it means that we've had money from those things that we've sold to mean that I can take a bit more time off work and not have to do so much work. So that's been good. Other than that, we're literally waiting. We're waiting for the guy's mortgage application. We're waiting for the criminal checks to come back. We're just waiting.
There are some things we just can't do. Like, you know, we could get rid of the sofa, we could get rid of the beds and everything. But we don't know for then how long we would have to live without those things. And we're okay with living without them. We've got some camping chairs. But, you know, it's hard to be driven to just cut ties and get rid of everything when you don't have a date yet. So once we've got that closing date, I think we'll really put our foot on the gas and just start going to the tip with things that we can't give away.
Yeah. So as you can see from our van tour, everything is really getting there now. Obviously I pulled the door handle off of the sliding door because I know, because clearly I've got like, oh, look at them.
I think it was partly my fault because I actually cleaned the runners. I looked at a YouTube video and there was some that said, clean the runners, don't grease them. But then that made it really, really stiff. So obviously, I actually think it was locked.
I think it was locked, yeah.
So Laura just yanked
it, yeah, and I literally flew. So I'm just going to tell you the last bit because we're nearly finished. Doing YouTube videos is so hard with me working and doing everything, and having the kids and having it's chaos, absolute chaos. And as you can see, I'm so well rested. So yeah, so now as you can see, the back doors need to have their wood put on them as well. Watch your head. The lights are in. We need to put the solar panels on at some point. we need to put we've got these really nice tiles that are going to go on the kitchen down here. So they're like long, I've got long tiles so that we don't have to do so much grouting. They're just going to go on here. And what else is next? Cupboard doors. We were supposed to do that last week, but you know, life happens. We've got some really nice dinner.
It's actually because the hinges I got are back to front.
Oh yeah, and
so
they don't quite work properly. So yeah, we've got to put the cupboard doors on. And we're not going to bother with doing a proper sink and everything right now, and a proper hob. When we've got the money for the house, we might put one in, but until then, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna be living in it full time.
No,
we aren't gonna be living in it full time, so we don't need those things. It's only gonna be probably the longest period will be 1 month where we are living in it non-stop without sleeping elsewhere. So those things just aren't that important. We can get a fold-away sink. And we've already got a camping stove. Thanks for kicking me in the stomach. Whew, I said that out of breath. I saw the minute timer and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I know. So that's basically what's going on, really. So thanks very much for joining. Thanks very much for watching. And please subscribe and like this video and comment any thoughts that you have below. We'd love to hear them. And also you can now join our Patreon. We don't have any Patreons yet, so please be the first one. It's only £1.99 and we're going to release some behind the scenes footage. I'm going to release some of my original music on there for our Patreons. You'll get your name credit on the videos.
Nudes.
And nudes? Is that what you're going to do?
No.
Anthony's going to give you nudes, apparently. So you can find the link to that in the description of this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.